Hello and welcome to Nationwide. I am Dennis Adegunloye. We'll begin with agriculture-related matters. Issues related to genetic engineering in crops have sparked debate among scientists and consumers. However, the federal government maintains that approved genetically modified organism seeds in the country are safe for human and animal consumption, as well as for the environment. Musa Baba Ali reports.
Nigeria has approved 3 genetically modified seeds to enhance yields and improve resistance to drought and pests. These seeds are cotton, cowpea and maize. Scientists believe that in addition to increasing productivity, the seeds reduce the need for excessive chemical use to control pests and diseases. However, misconceptions about the variety have created fears among farmers. To address this, a sensitization campaign was launched to educate farmers on the safety of the seeds. Researchers from the National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency demonstrated to farmers that the seeds are not poisonous and can be replanted.
You have the right to get every factual information about this technology so that when you decide to go for the seeds, you are doing it from an informed background. And we, as a government agency, we have to provide you with those scientific, evidence-based, factual information about this technology.
The awareness campaign included a visit to a cowpea plantation along the Kefi Abuja Road. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Let's talk party politics now. The All Progressives Congress is leaving no stone unturned to ensure active participation of members in subsequent elections across the metropolis. Chieftains of the party disclosed this at the inauguration of structures and street captains organised by the APC Presidential Coalition Committee in Lagos. Musa Toliat reports.
This large gathering of APC members in Lagos State is unprecedented, given the focus of the event, which the party chieftains say borders on voter education and sensitization on continuous voter registration.
Under President Tinubu's visionary leadership, our great party continues to redefine governance, strengthen institutions, and rekindle faith in the Nigerian dream.
It was also a platform to inaugurate street captains, who would reach out to youths who have attained voting age to get registered across the metropolis.
Every one member of the 40,000 structure should go out there and bring five new registered voters. We don't just want to sit at home and wait until the election day. Now that INEC has given approval for registration, we now need to tell our people to go and do the needful.
We are here not to campaign, but to sensitize our people and to also inaugurate our street captains and the executive at the ward and local government levels.
The Justice Forum of the APC Presidential Coalition Committee says the next step is to engage in grassroots sensitization drive so that the outstanding PVCs at the INEC office will be collected by residents across the states. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Let's now join Uduakabon in our Benin Network Center for the next set of reports. Hello, it's over to you.
Hello, Dennis. Welcome to Benin. Yes, let's still stay with party matters. Yes, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has urged members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in the South-South Zone to take the ongoing digital membership registration exercise seriously and with full commitment. The governor gave the charge at the APC e-registration hands-on-device application train-the-trainer workshop for the South-South held after the Unity Hall, Government House, Asaba. Susan Su reports.
Governor Oborevwori described the exercise as a crucial step in modernizing the party's structure for greater accountability and inclusion, while expressing confidence that the APC remains the strongest and most united political force in the region.
People have been registered already in Delta State. All the local government chairmen, they have the registered list there.
The South-South Deputy National Chairman of the APC, Chief Ima Enoku, in his goodwill message, lauded Governor Oborevwori's purposeful and commitment-driven leadership.
We absolutely give the credit for our journey thus far to this level of the conversation of our analog membership register, electronic type, to our visionary president. We are making history. History in the sense that we are flagging off the e-registration exercise, that we capture our members, the data, our name, in a way, as I said before, that is accountable.
Earlier, the Delta State APC Chairman, Chief Omeni Sobote, commended Governor Oborowori for providing leadership that has made Delta a model in governance and development. The event attracted top APC leaders from across the South and party stakeholders who pledged to replicate the training and ensure effective implementation of the e-registration process in their respective state. In Asaba, Susan Esu, NTA.
And now let's talk education. Governor Monday Okpebholo has officially absorbed more than 5,000 contract teachers in the state's Ministry of Education as permanent staff. The governor, who personally monitored the distribution of the letters, emphasized the significance of the occasion and the state government's commitment to the welfare of teachers. Goodluck Enani reports.
Otote Diana is among the over 5,000 persons generally referred to as Edo Star teachers under the Obaseki-led administration. These star teachers, for years, were on contract with the monthly stipend of 65,000 naira and have been waiting for their absorption into the teaching cadre with full financial entitlement. For Otote Diana and others, the journey has been an admixture of stories.
I've been looking for work since I graduated 2005. I've written many exams. I have gone for interviews and I wasn't called.
Their perseverance paid off as the state government absorbed them from across the 18 local government areas.
Teachers' welfare is very important to us. This time, your reward is no longer in heaven. Under our watch, your reward is here. God will take you to your destination. And God will keep all of you alive.
For the State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Padi Yamo, it is all about the progress of education in Edo.
We have employed over 600 initially. After 1 year now, we're absorbing about 4,500. We're going to close in on all gaps.
The difference is that they've not been infused into the system, but they have all the pedagogy skills.
Something of this nature have not happened for years.
I will do the things that I need to do to make him proud.
Many have described the gesture of the state government as historic, marking a new chapter for Edo State's education workforce, reflecting government's pledge to prioritizing education and the welfare of teachers. In Benin, Goodluck Enani, NTA News.
And that's it from Benin. It's back to Dennis in Abuja for continuation of Nationwide.
Sudwakabong. Now, the Katsina State government has commenced an intensive training program for 1,250 teachers across the state. Suleiman Kudugi reports that the initiative is part of the government's dedication to strengthening capacity for an improved learning environment.
The provision of qualitative education for technological advancement and meaningful development remains the priority of the present administration in the state, hence the training to boost the standard of teaching. Participants expressed their determination to make the best use of the knowledge acquired to justify the aims and objectives.
At the end of this training, we are going to transfer what we have learned here in the training to what the student.
You can't teach without lesson plan. So the lesson plan they are teaching us now is a modern way.
Katsina State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Zainab Musa Musawa, says it will boost teaching skills, classroom management, and improve the strategy of modern learning in the state.
To sharpen their ability, their lesson execution, curriculum implementation, to be able to understand the scheme of work, and to also prepare them for the new curriculum that's coming, that has been launched by the Federal Ministry of Education.
The 3-day intensive training for more than 1,000 teachers aims at building their capacity for efficient teaching across the 34 local government areas of the state. In Katsina, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, student leaders have been told to redefine leadership on campus by prioritizing character and responsibility for a better future. This was at a summit organized by the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, on the theme Shaping Leaders, Promoting Safety and Combating Drug Abuse in Higher Institutions. Yankume Lulu reports.
The National Association of Nigeria Students (NANS) Summit brought together stakeholders from the academia, health sector and security agencies to brainstorm on ways to tackle pressing issues affecting the Nigerian students. It focused on leadership, security consciousness and prevention of drug abuse to sanitize the academic environment to empower and educate students to be studious and become responsible leaders that can be desired agents of positive change.
Drug abuse, we should flee away from it. Insecurity, we should flee away from it.
For them to engage in proactive measures of their self-development and not to engage in anything anything that has to do cultism and all that, the institutional cultism.
Always condemn insecurity because insecurity doesn't bring any benefit to society or human being.
In separate presentations, speakers shared strategies on staying safe on campus and the effects of drug abuse on student health and academic performance.
Once you are into drugs, especially in an academic environment like this, you cannot make any headway. Drug and academics don't go together.
The summit encourages students to live a worthy lifestyle that promotes community values, respect for the rule of law, and contribute to school development.
I learned so much about drugs, how to avoid drugs. Then in terms of security, we have the speaker of which told us on how to be safe both in school and at home.
The summit culminated in a rifle draw and presentation of awards to deserving personalities.
From the Niger Delta University, Amasoma, Yankume Ulolo, NTA News.
The federal government has formally handed over 4 skilled volunteers to Sierra Leone as part of the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps scheme. The deployed team comprises highly qualified experts, including 2 professors, a doctor of philosophy, and a master's degree holder. Their collective expertise spans the critical fields of law, medicine, and science. Spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Ebienfa, says the deployments are a direct fulfillment of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to strengthening bilateral and multilateral ties with sister nations across Africa and the Caribbean as part of his broader vision for South-South cooperation. Expressing federal government's appreciation to the government of Sierra Leone for the warm reception accorded to the volunteers, the ministry says they will be integrated into various institutions where they will contribute their knowledge and skills to support the country's human capacity and human capital development goals. President Bola Tinubu is back in Abuja after participating in the Akaba Process Heads of State and Governments meeting in Rome, Italy. The presidential flight landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport at approximately 7:30 on Saturday evening. He was welcomed by top government officials, including the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. The Akaba process is a counter-terrorism initiative launched by King Abdullah II of Jordan in 2015. The Rome edition of the Akaba meeting, attended by the Nigerian president, focused on strengthening regional and international collaboration in the fight against terrorism and violent extremism, with particular attention to West Africa. Many heads of state and governments also attended, including King Abdullah II of Jordan, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and the presidents of Chad, Paraguay, Sierra Leone, and Togo, among others. On the sidelines of the events, President Tinubu held bilateral meetings with Italian Prime Minister Meloni, King Abdullah of Jordan, and US President Donald Trump's senior advisor on Arab and African affairs, Massad Boulos. You're watching Nationwide. Let's take a short break. More reports in a moment. Stay with us. Thanks for rejoining us on Nationwide. Let's now cross over to our Sokoto Network Center, where Sadia is our guide. Hello, Sadia.
And thanks for joining us. Despite producing over 2.1 million metric tons of onion yearly, Nigeria still loses much to poor seeds and storage. Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda on food security, the federal government, alongside individual farmers, are stepping up efforts in improved seeds, input and processing to turn around fortunes of the onion industry. Bashir Ibrahim Nababa has details.
Sokoto State remains Nigeria's onion hub, contributing between 60 and 70% of the nation's supply. On this 250-hectare farmland in Turete alone, the annual yield is as high as 25,000 bags of the commodity, sustaining livelihoods of the locals and the farmers. In recent years, however, insecurity, theft of produce, adulterated seeds, and absence of modern storage facilities have cost the industry billions of naira. These setbacks threaten not just the survival of the farmers and the onion value chain, but also food security and Nigeria's place in the regional onion market.
This is our local one. If we store like 100 bags, before 4 months or 5 months, like 70 or 60 bags can damage.
We suffer a lot. And we lost a lot.
Measures
has been taken by both federal, state, government and the association to see the possibility of eliminating those adulterated and wrong seeds.
Relief, however, is on the horizon, as by December this year, a 25,000 tons capacity onion processing plant is expected to commence full operation in Sokoto State. The facility will process onions into flakes, powder, and other derivatives, cutting post-harvest losses and opening up export opportunities.
At least it will save farmers from, post-harvest loss.
The importance of storage and processing cannot be put aside, and is even the first thing to do before the farming. We finished everything and we have done installation and we are good to go.
This private sector initiative also aligns with the federal government's renewed hope agenda, which gives emphasis on agricultural transformation, food sufficiency and economic diversification as pillars for sustainable national development. From Sokoto, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
In fulfillment of its core mandate, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency is intensifying routine maintenance along federal highways to facilitate transportation of goods and services. The Zonal Director in charge of Northwest Zone 2, Engineer Solomon Kwahe, gave the indication recently while flagging off Operation Safeguard the Road along the busy Sokoto-Goronyo-Sabon Birni Road. Abdullahi Umar Ilalu reports.
The operation aims at ensuring safer and more motorable highways across the country. The FEMA director in charge of the Northwest Zone 2 represented emphasized the socio-economic importance of the Sokoto-Goronyo-Sabon Birni Road, highlighting the need for continuous maintenance to facilitate smooth transportation and promote local trade and development. The initiative, tagged Operation Safeguard the Road, is one of FEMA's flagship programs under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, focusing on vegetation control, improved visibility, the silting of drainages and culverts, as well as the repair of potholes and failed sections along major routes.
To clear shrubs and trees away from the roads so that it will enhance visibility and the safety for the roads, because some areas where there are some heavy shrubs and trees, bandits can use it to attack.
A number of participants had been engaged who are from this locality, so it's also a form of job creation and empowerment program by the government.
Stakeholders commended FEMA for the initiative, describing it as timely and crucial in reducing road accidents and enhancing road safety. As part of the program's job creation component, 50 youths have been engaged to participate in the maintenance exercise, which further empowers the local communities. In Sokoto, Abdullah Omar Ilalu, NTA News.
And those are the news update from here. It's now back to Dennis in Abuja.
Sadia. Now the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has inspected some ongoing federal road projects in Kwara State to assess the quality and level of work done so far. The minister reiterated the federal government's commitment to ensuring speedy completion of ongoing road projects across the country. Aisha Abubakar Yahya reports.
The minister, while inspecting the 42 kilometers Ayenkorin-Ogele Afon Ojoku Ofa Road in Kwara State, explained that his visit was not only to ascertain the level of work done, but to also ensure that the ongoing project is of quality that can compete with the world standard. The minister maintained that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration will leave no stone unturned to ensure that infrastructural development cuts across the nook and cranny of rural areas across the country, while quality will continue to be a topmost priority. David Umahi, who also inspected the Bodisadu Kayamako Subosu Road to assess the level of work, expressed satisfaction with work done so far, with a vow to ensure speedy completion. The minister hinted that the federal government has approved the construction of a flyover at Okolo, located in the outskirts of Ilorin, to reduce the rate of accidents in that axis.
There is a remarkable difference between constructing road and building roads. With building road, you can see the amount of road we are putting on ground as if you are building a bridge, and you can see the thickness. So there is an innovation.
This is part of what you call the dividends of democracy, dividends of the renewed hope agenda.
He confessed that the progress of work is excellent.
The minister also had a brief stopover at the ongoing Oyo-Ogbomosho Road dualization. The Ayenkorin-Ogele Afon Ojuku Ofa Road is expected to be completed by December this year. Aisha Abubakar Yahya, NTA News.
Well, road construction is vital for economic development, improved transportation and enhanced connectivity. This has been a major focus of Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration, with massive ongoing road construction in both urban and rural areas. Blessing Omeche Bute beams the searchlight on some of the ongoing road projects and those already completed.
Before now, various roads in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, were in a deplorable condition, with many being poorly maintained or abandoned. However, with the advent of Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration, significant efforts have been made to improve the road network. The administration has placed premium on rehabilitating and upgrading existing roads to ensure safe and efficient transportation, constructing new ones to improve connectivity in rural areas, and implementing sustainable construction practices to ensure durability and long-term benefits. Within Makurdi metropolis, in almost every street, 8 moving vehicles are operating, a development that has brought excitement to both motorists and commuters alike.
It's a welcome development, and we commend the governor for so far so good. Good job, well done.
This project of road construction is not restricted only here in the state capital. It has gone beyond the state capital.
We are on site and we are supervising the work so that it is being constructed to specification.
As the various projects continue to progress, the people of the state are hopeful for a more connected and prosperous future under the present administration. In Makurdi, I am Blessing Omeche Ebute, NTA News.
Many thanks, Blessing. Now let's cross over to the Centre of Excellence, where Hingano will guide us through the next set of reports. Hello, Hingano.
Thank you, Dennis, and welcome to Lagos. As Nigeria intensifies efforts towards diversification of the economy, her tourism sector received a boost with the 5th edition of the Door of Return Diaspora Festival, organized by Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, in Badagry. Lanre Belay captured sights and sounds of the festival.
To these men and women from Americas, it is a way to reconnect with their roots in Nigeria. For the nation, it is not only to welcome them home, but also a means to build a solid foundation for a multi-million-dollar tourism structure.
And you see what they see love, they see connection, they see their people, and they want to connect. And what we need to do is make it easier for them as they want to return. I think that's our own role. I'm glad we started this 5 years ago and it's growing. And hopefully it's been tough, but hopefully it gets bigger and better. And the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is also historical for him because he started the Black Heritage Festival as governor.
Brilliant scholars of cultural display also greeted these tourists who said this visit is the beginning of many more, especially to those who are willing to learn about their heritage.
I hope this process that we are doing for the door of return continue so more of them can know about their own roots and can make the return to heal the past.
To the Brazilian society, and it will be part of our foreign policy to foster this kind of cooperation.
The transatlantic slave trade, historically known as Door of No Return, but now changed to Door of Return, is an initiative that seeks to establish not only cultural but also socio-economic cooperation between Africa and diaspora. The first symbolic Door of Return was erected in 2017 with Nidkan boss Abike Dabiri Erewa building the bridge for its fruition. In Lagos, Larry Bilayi, NTA News.
Clocking 50 and still standing tall with an inspiring legacy that mirrors unity, empowerment, strength, and resilience is the scorecard for the grand celebration of the Oketiti Improvement Union Women's Wing Lagos branch as they rolled out the drums to celebrate their golden anniversary in style. Awards and special honors were given to deserving women and men who have contributed to uplifting the union and their community. A rich display of culture and tradition, beautiful attires, and a vibrant procession by the 7 villages that make up Oketiti in Idemili South local government area of Anambra State electrified the atmosphere as the Oketiti Improvement Union Women's Wing Lagos branch celebrated its golden anniversary. It was an opportunity to showcase the formidable legacies of Ejamat women, positive traditional values, and accomplishments.
With your continued support, I believe we can attain more greater heights, building a future filled with hope and better opportunities for all. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful journey.
Industrious women and men who have stood as pillars of strength, leadership, compassion, and inspiration were honored.
We want to better our town, Oketiti. So in my own part, I will do everything to contribute for the progress of Oketiti.
Encourage people, no matter how little. What is important is the heart of giving.
It's about sacrifice, okay? And some people, God has given them the ability to rule with integrity.
So we are recognizing activeness and supportive women to the progress of Oketiti in Lagos and home.
The high point of the celebration was the 50 million naira endowment fund raised to support the group.
So all of us are now eager to take back our community, to restore and sustain the glory for which Oketiti has been known for in the time past.
The Oketiti Improvement Union Women's Branch, Lagos, says it is committed to nurturing more future leaders, expanding its reach, and continuing its mission of empowerment and cultural pride for decades to come. That's it from here. It's now back to Dennis in Abuja for the continuation of Nationwide.
Thank you, Hingino. Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement, Dr. Adebowale Adedokun, says the ongoing reforms of the federal government in public procurement are not merely technocratic tweaks, but a quiet revolution that ensures not just transparency, but efficiency and accountability. This was at a gathering of professionals, practitioners and stakeholders across Nigeria's public and private procurement ecosystems. Chineye Nuye reports.
Procurement is no longer an elite affair. It is a national conversation.
And this is why these procurement professionals have gathered here to discuss the ongoing reforms in the procurement sector.
For instance, quarterly, every month, every government agency must report to BPP with all the awards they did.
For the Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement is where policy meets pavement, where promises becomes bricks and mortar.
Contract awards, they must send to me all the awards they did within the month. While quarterly, they will give us comprehensive procurement reports.
This meeting is basically to rekindle the fire that is necessary to drive procurement practice in Nigeria.
We are trying to reactivate the association because it has been dormant for a while, and we are getting back to work.
These procurement professionals say when public funds are misused, it is the people who will suffer. But when procurement is done right, it becomes not just an engine of dignity or a source of hope, but also a tool for transformation. In Abuja, Chinenye Nwoye, NTN News.
Let's turn our attention to health matters now. The Committee of Chief Medical Directors and Medical Directors of Federal Tertiary Hospitals in Nigeria has met in Enugu to chart a new course for healthcare delivery in federal tertiary hospitals in the country. Chidi Okorapo's report tells us that the quarterly meeting was held at the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Ituku-Ozala.
The committee, among other issues, resolved to drive home quality leadership, improvement in healthcare delivery, as well as ensure compliance with regulatory requirements in federal tertiary institutions.
Each and every one of us who has come here, we better prepared for the challenges he faces at his place of work.
We use our meetings as opportunity to benchmark with different centers, right? So when we go to any place, we see what they are doing and rub minds.
So we are working together to make sure that we meet this mandate, and the Minister of State are supporting us very well.
Chairman, House Committee on Health Institutions say the meeting will come up with strategic planning that will help improve healthcare services and infrastructure in hospitals.
It is an interesting meeting, and as we cross-fertilize ideas over the sector, it is our assurance to Nigerians that there will be improved health care service.
Members of the committee, accompanied by the representative of the Minister of Health, Dr. Salaudeen Jimoh, inspected facilities at Ituku-Ozala and the old site of the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Enugu, as well as the oncology department.
Aging is something all humans hope to experience, but it's the essentials of life in the later years that make this stage truly remarkable. In this report, Elizabeth Omori shares how elderly people had a novelty match and shared how they navigate daily life while managing the aches and pains that come with growing older.
Every October, the challenges faced by older adults are highlighted globally to urge governments pay closer attention to their needs. In Nigeria this year, senior citizens in Abuja gathered at the old parade ground, dressed in sportswear, to relive memories and celebrate their strength.
If you don't have any person taking care of you, it becomes very hard for you to get medication, get treated. So we now need the government to come in the area of health.
Right now, medical is paid by older persons out of pocket. There are no social systems to support them.
If you treat the elderly as people still working, civil servants, government, commercial workers, then there's a problem.
We are looking at even something like transportation, the way we go to the airport and we don't have elders' chairs in the airport, and even sometimes when they sit down, they tell them stand up. So we have a lot of things in the pipeline.
Elder abuse, financial insecurity and neglect are just a few of the many challenges they face daily. As part of the celebration, the group also engaged in a sporting event, golf, to showcase their vitality and determination to live. Elizabeth Omori, NTN News.
In other news, the National Assembly says it will continue to promote legislations that enhance the operations and welfare of armed forces personnel. Defence correspondent Ismail Musa reports that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, stated this at the inauguration of newly built residential quarters for military officers in Abuja.
In the name of the Almighty God, and for humanity.
These new housing units are part of ongoing efforts by the Defense Headquarters to enhance the living conditions of its personnel by promoting their mental well-being and family stability.
Welfare as a strategic pillar of combat effectiveness.
To the Speaker, House of Representatives, the housing project is a visible expression of the nation's commitment to the morale and operational effectiveness of the armed forces.
When welfare is a priority rather than an afterthought, the entire defense system improves. I wish to assure you of the continued support of the National Assembly. We do not take your sacrifices for granted. We honor your service. We will advocate for your welfare and will stand with you to secure the peace and stability upon which development depends.
The link road and newly constructed buildings are designed not just for convenience, but also reflects our deep understanding that operational successes begin with the welfare and morale of our troops. By improving their quality of life, we are investing directly in the strength, efficiency, and the unity of our forces.
To commission this very important link road.
Phase 1 of the inaugurated projects at the Niger Barracks extension includes 31 furnished apartments and access roads linking Mambila Barracks, Army Headquarters Command Mess, and the Defense Intelligence Agency in Abuja. Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, in a remarkable show of interagency collaboration and commitment to community development, the Nigerian Army and Navy have joined forces to commission a series of civil-military projects in the Koyagari community, Shanono local government area of Kano State. The initiative highlights the military's growing role in fostering peace, partnerships and progress across rural communities. Elizabeth Yila Lamido reports.
The intervention projects include the renovation of the Koya Medical Outpost, upgrade of the community transformer, the construction of a new mosque, solar and manual boreholes, and a tree planting initiative. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, and the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, said the projects reflect the Army's commitment to improving the lives of host communities through civil-military cooperation.
These projects are carried out to complement the government and communities' rural development effort at enhancing the quality of life of our people.
Beyond the physically securing lives and properties, we are committed to serving the interests of Nigerians through other means.
Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf commended the initiative as timely and people-oriented.
These projects will undoubtedly enhance the well-being and quality of life of our people.
We are very grateful to this, and we plead with similar people who are highly placed in the society to emulate this.
The projects mark another milestone in the military's efforts to strengthen relationships with civilian communities while promoting sustainable national development and unity. In Kano, Elizabeth Yilalamido, NTA News.
You're still on to the news on the network service of the NTA nationwide. We'll take another break. More reports in a moment. You're welcome back. The Headquarters Tactical Air Command of the Nigerian Air Force, Makurdi, has conducted an air firing exercise aimed at boosting the operational readiness and combat effectiveness of its personnel and aircraft. Blessing Omeche Ebute reports that the exercise was conducted at the Kwenev Air Range, Makurdi, Benue State.
The air firing exercise organized by the Air Warfare and Doctrine Center is designed to enhance the capacity of Joint Terminal Attack Controllers and Joint Fire Observers. The exercise is conducted as part of ongoing Advanced Air-to-Ground Integration Course 3/25, Joint Fire Observers Course 2/25, and the annual Joint Terminal Attack Controller Proficiency Training.
This air-to-ground integration is geared towards enhancing jointness in our operational theaters. It is also in line with one of the key enablers of the Chief of the Air Staff Command philosophy, which is deliberate training and mission-oriented force development.
The threats confronting our nation, including insurgency, banditry, and other asymmetric challenges, require a cohesive approach. Exercises such as this one enable our air forces to integrate seamlessly in planning and execution, ensuring that air support is effectively synchronized with ground maneuvers.
The event serves as an opportunity to showcase Nigeria's advancing aerial technology and strategic capabilities. In Makurdi, Blessing Omeche Ebute, NTA News.
Consignments of illicit drugs concealed in frozen snails, electrical bulbs and female clothes bound for the United States, United Kingdom and Democratic Republic of Congo have been intercepted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport and a car courier company in Lagos. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim reports.
Two suspects, a UK-based public health assistant and a cargo agent linked to the attempt to export the illicit substances, have been taken into custody. These followed the discovery of 15 parcels of skunk, a strain of cannabis concealed in 10 pieces of giant rechargeable electrical bulbs meant for air freight to the Democratic Republic of Congo at the export shed of the Lagos airport. Additionally, frozen snails were used to conceal 2,300 pills of tramadol.
18, 19, 22.
In Adamawa, a suspect was intercepted at an NDLEA checkpoint in Namtari Yola South local government area with 38,270 pills of tramadol concealed in a spare tire, boots and door compartments of the Honda. The suspect was attempting to smuggle the drugs from Benin Republic to Nigeria. Not less than 53,250 kilograms of skunk were destroyed on 21.3 hectares of cannabis farm in Ekiti State. Additionally, 70 bags of the same psychoactive substance were recovered from the three suspects. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The Nigerian Air Force is investing in both a strong body that executes the mission and a resilient mind that conquers challenges through total fitness, which is the force multiplier that ensures dominance in the skies and success on the ground. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, affirmed this at the Nigerian Air Force 2025 10-kilometer walk and jog exercise in Abuja. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
Mission readiness starts here with physical strength, mental fortitude, which in turn leads to unmatched operational effectiveness. An aircraft is only as capable as the crew that operates it, as the Nigerian Air Force is engineered for peak performance both in body and mind. The holistic fitness is the engine of NAF operational success and the shield of the nation. The Chief of the Air Staff says peak performance isn't optional, it is operational. The Nigerian Air Force recognizes that a razor-sharp mind is as crucial as a skilled hand.
I therefore urge you to sustain this same determination and sense of purpose beyond today's exercise. For physical fitness remains a fundamental necessity for the transformation of the Nigerian Air Force into an agile and resilient force that effectively meets the air power demands of national security in all operational environments.
I must particularly commend the Chief of Air Staff for his visionary leadership and his renewed drive to reposition sports and physical fitness as a vital component of the Air Force culture.
While lauding President Bola Tinubu for his unwavering support to the Nigerian Air Force, the Air Chief pledged unalloyed commitment to effectively discharging its constitutional role of effectively deploying air power as the guardians of the sky. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Now let's join Suleiman Musa for the latest in the world of sports.
The Abuja chapter of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN FCT1, celebrated its annual Community Social Responsibility Day with various activities including donations, fitness events, and a friendly football match under the theme, Health is Wealth. The day concluded with games and a mixed-gender football match where participants praised the initiative for fostering health, unity, and community service. Organizers promised to introduce more initiative and inclusive activities in future events.
For the purpose of keeping fit, we decided to organize this kind of events.
Moments, a beautiful experience playing with our men.
Elsewhere, Rivers United had a disappointing start to their CAF Champions League campaign, losing 1-0 to Black Bulls of Mozambique in the first leg of the second preliminary round on Saturday. Despite Rivers United dominating possession for significant stretches, they failed to convert several clear opportunities that could have altered the outcome of the game. The Pride of Rivers now faces a challenging task as they prepare for the crucial return leg in Uyo next weekend, where they must win by at least 2 goals to progress to the group stage of Africa's premier football competition. And finally to tennis, Yannick Sinner claimed a commanding victory over a rival Carlos Alcaraz to win the lucrative Six Kings Slam in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Sinner replaced as world number 1 by Carlos Alcaraz following the US Open in September, exacted revenge for his defeat in the New York final with a 6-2, 6-4 win. With this victory, the 24-year-old Italian earned $6 million from the tournament, while the pair split the 4 Grand Slam titles between them this season. Sinner was dominant from the outset against Alcaraz. With Sport Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And Sports Updates concludes Nationwide. From me and the team, thank you for watching.